Yeah, so what are we doing? We just start chatting, okay? Okay.
So we're here today. We decided to just hang out. It's Aisha and
Miss Peaches 1000.
aka
Mommy.
Mommy. just in case, because I'm not gonna call them Miss Peaches in the video. So
It's fine.
we just wanted to just have some fun and just have a chat and about our hair stories.
Yeah, and answer
So,
some questions. I think a lot of people have seen both of us and it's like, okay, when are they going to do a video together?
Yeah.
And we're finally doing it.
Finally doing it. So this will be sort of like a part 1 and then we'll answer your questions in part 2. So
That's right.
stay tuned for that as well. Yeah, okay, that's a good place to start. I went natural, when was it? 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago in 2011. And the biggest reason why I did it, I'd been thinking about it for a really long time. And then I had a relaxer after I took out braids. Really, really bad. By the way, don't do that. Very bad. But I was so used to doing it and getting away with doing it. You know, all those years I would relax my hair, braid it, relax it, and so on and so forth. And so it got to a point where I couldn't leave the salon without my hair being relaxed. And the lady who was undoing my hair at the time was just like, this is a really bad idea. You're gonna regret this. It's gonna fall off. And I said, no, I just can't. I can't, like, what do you expect me to do? To just leave the salon? So I forced her and she did it. And yeah, my hair fell out. Not all of it. Not all of it, but like, I'd say maybe 30%. And then it was really uneven. It just looked a hot mess. So I left and I went, I got into the car, my husband picked me up, and every time I do my hair, he's always like, hey, you look nice, you look pretty. And this time he just kind of looked at me like,
No.
no.
Stop.
And that's when I knew something's not right. And the next day I woke up and I said, I need to stop relaxing my hair. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I just said, let me just stop with this stuff. And I started researching and I started seeing that natural hair was an option. I don't know. At that point, I was just like, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but let me just do it. And then 3 months later, I chopped off my hair. And as they say, the rest is history.
Fantastic. With me, I think it's just I couldn't grow my hair. When my hair was relaxed, it just never grew past a certain point. And it was just really frustrating for me. And I just didn't see the point anymore. And that's part of the reason why I decided to go natural. I was tired of getting relaxers and I was tired of my hair looking itty bitty while it's relaxed. And I just thought, let me just get rid of this. Let me see how my hair is going to perform if I don't have any chemicals in. And for me, that was the best decision ever. I did the big chop twice. The first time I did a big chop, my hair was really long, but I got very cocky and I started experimenting with my hair, trying to do all sorts of things because now I had this big hair.
Yeah.
And I got a Brazilian blowout done.
Yeah.
You know, where your hair becomes pin straight. And then they tell you that, well, in 3 months, it will go back to being curly. That never happened to me. It stayed straight like forever.
Yeah.
And my new growth would come out and I had my kinky hair underneath, and here I was with this pin straight hair. The rest of it looked a hot mess. And then I big chopped and started over again. And luckily, well, here we are. We're back to it again, and it's grown the same way. And I'm just so excited about it. And that's why I basically went natural. I've got more options.
So when did you do the second big chop?
Oh my word, eh? Do I even remember? I know that it was just before I got married, which was in 2012. I did the second big chop.
Yeah.
And in between, I'm really bad. I like cutting my hair a lot.
That's not a bad thing, though.
I don't know. I cut my hair a lot. So the second time around, I didn't leave it as long as what it was before I damaged it. So this time around, I've been doing a lot of trimming and cutting and playing around, but I play around safely now. I don't play around with dangerous stuff. I don't want my hair to fall off again. So yeah, that's what I've done.
Okay. I get a lot of questions like, how long have you been natural? Because I wanna see where my hair is going to be in 3 years time or 4 years
But it's
time,
not the
whatever.
same.
And
It's not the same. It can't be the same. We're not the same.
Exactly.
It's just like how our skin tones are not the same. We're not the same height.
Yeah.
Our hair's the same way.
Yeah.
It will grow, but you can't exactly say, well, in 3 years your hair is going to be over here.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's another thing that people need to understand.
Yeah.
And the growth rate is different.
And also, like you're saying, like you cut your hair, like you haven't cut your hair at the big chop and then let it grow and then seeing where it's
Oh
gonna
no,
end
yeah,
up.
I haven't done that. I'm
Yeah.
sure by now, if I wasn't chopping so much, I'm sure my hair would be much longer. But
yeah, that's the thing,
I
because
like-
I remember I got like a comment, I don't know if it was on my Instagram, on my Facebook. One of these girls asked me, she's like, you've been natural for all this time, but how come your hair is only at shoulder length at this point? And I'm like, I actually cut my hair like 2 years into my journey and then I let it grow again. And you know, it's another
But you've got
thing.
pictures that
I
show
do,
it. Yeah.
I do. But you know, a lot of people, they don't have, you know, some people have come like the 3rd year into my journey. They haven't been there from the beginning, so they might not have known that,
Yeah.
you know, I've actually cut my hair in between. But that's this thing. For me, I think that's my biggest gripe. Like, don't compare, like Mummy said, don't compare your hair to someone else's hair growth because it's so different.
Yeah.
You know, our genetics are different, our health, our eating habits, everything that contributes to hair growth and hair health and stuff, it's very different from people. You can maybe use it as a guide,
Yeah.
but really loosely guide.
Yeah. Speaking of genetics,
Yeah.
what's your view on that? I mean, a lot of people, I don't know if you get this, but some people kind of question why your hair is the way that it
Yeah.
is and say, well,
Yeah.
I think maybe she's lying.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
something that she's put in
Do you know
to make
I
it
get a
different.
lot? I get a lot. Firstly, before people start speaking to me, like in the streets or whatever, they think that I'm South African.
Yeah.
And then I tell them, sorry, I don't speak Zulu or whatever they're speaking to me. And then they're like, oh, so she's Tanzanian. So I think at first, people might come across my blog and they think, oh, she's South African. But then when they hear I'm Tanzanian, all of a sudden it's like, that's why her hair looks like that. And for me, I'm just like, but no, guys, no. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm not South African. So now my hair has to, you know, look softer or curly or whatever
It's work.
it is.
I think that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand is that it work. It's work.
Yeah.
Work has to go in it.
Exactly.
It's like working out. The people that work out a lot, I don't work out that much. I want to though, but I know that for me to have that body, you need to do your squats, and I'm not currently doing the squats, and the results show.
Yeah.
But hair is the same way.
It's the same
It's about putting in the work. If
Yeah.
you put in the work, then your hair will.
Exactly. And
And
that's
flourish.
the thing, like, I think when I don't know, hosted events and things, you know, and I'll tell these ladies, like, actually, my hair looks like yours when I haven't done anything to it. And they don't believe me. They're like, no, you're Tanzanian, you're East African. East Africans have really, like, soft, curly hair. It's like, how many East Africans do you actually know? have you met more than, like, one Tanzanian or something? And so my view on it is, yes, genetics plays a huge part in it, but I don't think it's, I think it's actually doing yourself a disservice to just say, well, she's from that country or that region and I'm not, so my hair will never look like that. If that makes any sense.
Because, I mean,
know?
if you look at it though, you're Tanzanian and I'm South African, and here we are. I think
Right?
that
Hello. You see, so it's completely, I mean, this is actually such a great, you know, example of how we're from different parts of Africa, you know, but our hair also can look similar, it can look different, it all completely depends on what you do.
Yeah, but it is the same thing. You mustn't allow the myths, I think, to keep you from your journey, because your hair can really flourish. You just need to give it a chance.
Yeah. So, I don't know what else to say, really. What's my natural hair story?
I think another thing that the other question that but it is the same thing. You mustn't allow the myths, I think, to keep you from your journey, because your hair can really flourish. You just need to give it a chance. Is shrinkage. I think we need to touch on that subject. When sometimes a person will meet you and your hair is over here, and then the next day you meet somebody else, and then my hair is short, and it's like, did you cut your hair? What did you do to it? So I think shrinkage is something that a lot of naturals need to be okay with. It's a reality. It's something that you're just gonna deal with, and I deal with it a lot. My shrinkage level is out of this world, but I think I've come to a point where that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
My hair is mostly in a shrunken state, versus me blowing it out or doing anything to make it look bigger. I think I've gone past that stage. There was a point where I wanted my hair to always look big, and now I don't really mind. If it's in a curly do, or if I've just done a wash and go and it's short, I actually don't care about that. But it is part of being natural.
It is.
You can't.
And I mean, I was the same as you. Like the first, I'd say year and a half, maybe 2 years before I did my second chop, I was also like, I want to show the length of my hair. It's so important to do. But then after a while, what I also realized was the more shrunken it is, the more voluminous it looks. You know? So I love wearing my hair. I guess it's like half shrunken, because obviously it doesn't look like this when I just wash it. So I have stretched it, but it's not fully stretched either. So it's like that in between
Please speak about stretched. Please don't, like, I need you to explain what stretched is.
Why?
Because when I talk about stretched, sometimes you get people thinking that we blow dry our hair. I can't. I'm anti-blow dryer, people. You know, I am anti-blow dryer. I don't know about Aisha. I only blow dry my hair twice a year, and that's for a special occasion, or if there's something drastic that I need to do. But there's other ways of stretching the hair without using heat.
I avoid direct heat. I think like in a year I may blow dry my hair 4 times. And even when I do, it's under such special circumstances kind of thing. But what I'm really liking about my length right now is that I don't always have to twist it or braid it to get it stretched. I can just do 2 pigtails. If you check out my Instagram, you'll see me rocking these pigtails. And I'll go out, I'll go to work, I'll go to the shops, wherever it is, with my hair like that, just because, you know, it's easy and it's a very decent style. I know people will be like, pigtails, really? How do you do that with? But it's actually, I make it kind of cute and just put like a bold lipstick on and then walk out the door kind of thing. And that's how I stretch my hair, to give it that semi blow dry look, but without actually using the blow dryer. And I mean, why do we avoid, because I've also been asked that, why do you avoid the blow dryer so much? And I think a lot of people...
There's no need. For me, I just don't see the benefit of it.
But I think a lot of people don't know how much damage heat can you know, sort of it just wreaks havoc on your hair. So you have to be very careful with it.
I got my hair damaged because there wasn't enough heat protector used, I think, on my hair. And when I got home and I was washing it, I would see little strands that are straighter than normal, even after washing it. And that's when I started trimming again. It was an unnecessary trim at that point, but I had to trim my hair. So that's the reason why I only do it twice a year, or sometimes once a year. But then again, I think we need to mention the safer ways of actually blow drying your hair, because I don't want anybody thinking, oh my word, we can't blow dry our hair at all. That's not it. You can. But I think there's safe ways of doing it, and making sure that you've got the right heat protector, and don't skimp on that. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I think we've enjoyed it quite a lot. And I think, this will be the first of many to come.